Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today in light of all of the crazy Revelation Salvation DLC going on right now. I want to take a minute and I want to talk about Infinite Warfare. It's been a couple days, been about a week, and we've had time to digest everything and sort of understand what this next game is going to be like from Infinity Ward. And my first reaction was very, I want to say popular with you beautiful people, because you and I are very like-minded. We know what we like in a Call of Duty, at least what we did like in a Call of Duty. And I want to talk about what I think could be the saving grace of Infinity Ward's Infinite Warfare. There are 3 to 4 things that I'm going to go through here today that I believe could make this game a very good, little bit strategic, and most of all fun game. First of all, this is an Infinity Ward game, and I really hope and pray that this is going to mean that it's going to have good netcode and good hit detection, because sometimes I'll be playing Black Ops 3, and despite the 3-lane maps, despite the specialists and all that stuff, I still think, hey, this is not that bad. This is not that bad of a game. It still can be fun to a certain extent. But then I lose that gunfight. You know what I'm talking about. That gunfight where you're like, okay, I'm just going to kill this guy. And then you die. And you're like, wait a minute. I shot first. My shots were on target. What happened? And then he just kind of hip fires you or aims to the left of you and you somehow die. And I just think that basic first-person shooter shooting thing should be able to, they should be able to get that right. They should be able to get that right. And I feel like Infinity Ward can, especially when Treyarch can't. So hopefully that is the case. That would help out a bunch. The next thing that could save this game is going to be the footsteps. Like I said, Infinity Ward knows how to do footsteps correctly, and if these footsteps are to the tier of Ghost's footsteps, we're going to have a good year of footsteps, because that's another thing I noticed. In Black Ops 3 and Advanced Warfare, someone, a soldier, somebody with an exosuit, someone with heavy boots, is sprinting with a thruster pack on their back, sprinting, thrusting around you. And the fact that I can't hear them in Black Ops 3 and in Advanced Warfare is a huge killer for me. I mean, I absolutely hate it when I'm sitting there trying to focus, pay attention, and listen, and I don't hear somebody that's literally right beside me. That is an issue. That's a problem. That should not happen in a Call of Duty. Call of Duty has footsteps. It should have footsteps. It's an element. It's a dynamic in the game, just like the minimap. If you take the minimap away, of course your awareness is going to go down and more randomness is going to occur. Just go to hardcore for that. If you take away footsteps, even more randomness is going to occur. They do have a Dead Silent perk, which is going to be awesome, because Dead Silence, I think, silences the thruster packs as well as your footsteps in this game. And Tracker is actually going to be, it's going to function as Tracker in Black Ops 3, where you see their footsteps, but it's also going to work as awareness as well, which is going to be super awesome. I'm totally going to run that perk, because hopefully that is going to be that footstep perk. These next two are very important. First of all, I really hope, despite the fact that they said it's a 3-lane map design they're going with, I hope that by 3-lane they mean 3-lane maps and not 3 route maps. Now, I watch Exclusive Ace. I actually watched him when he was doing spawn guides in Call of Duty Ghost. He was actually one of my favorite people back then, and he still is, still one of the best Call of Duty commentators out there. But I trust his opinion, and by that, in his multiplayer impressions, he said, these aren't so much the Call of Duty Ghost maps where they're big, huge, and just kind of really complex, and they're not the simplistic Treyarch 3 route maps, which is nearly perfect. He compared them to Modern Warfare 3 maps, which is my favorite Call of Duty. Actually, it's not my favorite Call of Duty. It was my first Call of Duty. It's my most nostalgic Call of Duty, which is awesome. And those maps, they were small, they were sort of complex. They were complex enough to have some sort of map flow, to have some sort of flanking route, some sort of road not taken where you can have a safe route, but it was small enough to where it was a little bit more chaotic. You could get in the action a little bit more, which is what the community wants, and that is, to me, what the Call of Duty Ghosts DLC was. Those small, sort of complex, but not so big and complex maps, which is the perfect balance. This sounds like the perfect map design, and from what I've heard from other sources, it's not the Treyarch simplistic 3 route map, which is going to be great. So I hope that's true. I really hope they don't fall into that Treyarch style 3 route map, because it looks like they're doing a lot of Treyarch stuff this year, which truly bothers me. And finally, the fourth and final thing, weapon variants. Now, from what I've heard, from what I've seen, these are honestly confirmation that supply drops in some way, shape, or form are going to be returning. We're going to get some sort of thing. I know they said it in the multiplayer overview, like scraps or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but we earn something through playing the game. I bet you're going to be able to buy them with some COD points or something, but there are a couple things that could make this okay. Now, obviously, they're not going to be cosmetics only, but if they could be balanced in some way. From the list of what I've seen of these weapon variants, they have special attributes, they have special attachments, and think of them like Modern Warfare 3 weapon proficiencies. That's what I think of them. There's stability in there, there's range in there, there's even some that sound pretty overpowered, like extra damage but a slower fire rate. When you think of that, think of Call of Duty Ghosts single shot attachment. Like, that's more damage, but that's a slower fire rate. So that's something I'm okay with. The 7-round burst pistol, that is just an alternate machine pistol, in my opinion. There's the nuke weapon proficiency, which is interesting, but Tabor Hill, another good one of my favorite Call of Duty YouTubers, thought of an idea. Or what I think is going to happen, at least. What we think is going to happen is you're going to get these variants, but you're going to be able to scrap them for parts. And what I imagine, what I hope, is that if you get like 3 weapons with the like nuke proficiency, nuke weapon attachment, but you don't have it on that one weapon you want, what I imagine is you can break down those weapons that have that proficiency and then gain that proficiency and then put it on the weapon you want. That's at least the weapon crafting system that I would want. That's something that I would think would make it balanced, because you're still getting these attachments and maybe they're not the guns you want them for, so you break it down and you break down enough of them with that attachment and then you put it on the gun you want. At least that's what I think is what I think would be fair and what I think would be cool. This would keep players from spending money just to get that one in 1 million chance weapon like we have in Black Ops 3, and it would make it so that if you did pay for these weapons, it would be completely worth it. What I would hate to see is what we have in Black Ops 3, where we have extra content, bonus content behind this mysterious paywall. For example, literally all of the multiplayer weapons. Like, if I wanted to use the FAMAS, there's no for sure way of me getting. I could spend $3,000. People have spent grands, thousands of dollars on Black Ops 3 and still not have gotten all of the content that they want, which is utterly ridiculous. It's stupid and it's cheap. It's unfair. And it's highway robbery. It's worse than highway robbery. It's the worst type. It should be illegal. It honestly should be illegal. It's gambling. It's weird, but don't add in extra content behind a random paywall. That is one of the new cardinal sins of this new age in gaming. Keep it cosmetic. Keep it bonus, balance, little proficiencies like that. It's just, it's hard to do this. It's hard to do this and make it okay because it's so slimy and scammy and stupid. But those are the things that I think could make this game okay. Now tell me your guys' thoughts on this. Thank you guys so much for watching. What are your thoughts on Advanced or Infinite Warfare? What could make this game good for you? What could make it okay? I hope that it's strategic, at least to a certain extent. These specialists that we have, very, very worried about those. I really, really hate those, but if we get these other things right, it would lessen the impact of all of those. I could go on about kill streaks and specialists, but this video is already way too freaking long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until the next absolutely beautiful morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.